Apart from the obvious surviving aspect, taste is the reason people like to eat. This can have a negative connotation, but let's find out how to use taste in a healing way. Welcome to the third part of this series, where we look at the different aspects of food, how we can use them, and stay healthy with the least amount of effort. We looked already at temperature and color, and how to tailor them to your needs. Today we will look at taste. Building further on the 5 elements theory of last week, we can now add the 5 tastes: salt, sour, bitter, sweet, and pungent. Before we go deeper into taste, let's do the same as before, but different. You can use taste in the same way as colors. That means if you have a deficiency in a certain element, add the taste or color of that element. Add something from the previous element to make it more powerful, cause the mother feeds the child. Of course, always be moderate. A small amount is beneficial, but too much can have adverse effects. How to know if you need something? The easy answer is listen to your body. It will develop cravings. When someone has digestive problems, like in a weakness of stomach and spleen, they will crave sweet things. Sugary treats are excessive sweet, so opt for yams or winter squash instead. In one of the next videos, we will do self-diagnosis, in which we will look at the different constitutions and problems. So if you want to receive a notification, click that subscribe button and nourish all your elements. Now let's dive deeper. Apart from these 5 elements, tastes also have more tangible qualities. The pungent flavor tonifies the dispersing function of the lung. In Chinese medicine, the lung controls the Wei Qi. This is the immunity system which protects against external pathogens such as heat, cold, dryness, dampness, and wind. By eating pungent, you give your external defense system a boost. Perfect if a pathogen is invading and you need to push it back, like in the common colds and flu. Your breath is also directly related to this, so a deep, strong, full breath is synonymous for a good immunity. This invigorating effect also has an effect inside the body and promotes the circulation of qi, blood, and body fluids, which is great if you know that in TCM all sicknesses are the result of disbalance and stagnation. Pathological conditions of stagnation can be seen as local pain, irregular menstruation, painful menstruation, edema, tumors, fibroid cysts, and more. Examples of pungent tasting foods are ginger, garlic, radish, and mint. Excess pungent foods can make you extra vulnerable to external pathogens and damage the blood and yin. That is why it is always smart to add something sweet. The sweet flavor has the action of tonifying, harmonizing, and decelerating. Sweet has a reinforcing and strengthening action in case of fatigue or deficiency. That is also why sweet cravings happen during the times of fatigue or lethargy, or in times of stress, because the sweet taste helps to relax. Use it in conditions of acute pain to help relax and ease the pain. Some examples of sweet foods are corn, rice, licorice, and dates. The bitter flavor dries dampness, disperses obstruction, and clears heat. Because of its diuretic effect, you can use it to treat water retention problems such as edema. It can dry dampness in obese persons and clear heat in case of sunstroke, but also inflammation, red eyes, headache, hypertension, and more. Or in a cough, due to qi stagnation, it can help to disperse the obstruction. Some examples of bitter foods are radicchio, lettuce, endive, dandelion leaves, kale, and burdock root. Excess bitter foods are too cooling and can damage a weak spleen, cause diarrhea and fatigue. Salty, the taste of water, purges, softens accumulation, and guides qi to the kidneys. A lot of animal products are considered salty and supplementary to the kidneys, more specific, kidney essence or kidney yang. In this way, salty can increase the yang in the body and balance the yin nature of the water element. Salty can anchor, settle, and calm the mind and spirit, and so is good for mental health. Some examples of salty foods: obviously salt, seaweed, fish, meat, and miso. Excess salty foods hardens and can contribute to hypertension and heart disease. Sour, contractive and generally cooling. Use these foods to preserve fluids when there is a leakage, such as sweating, diarrhea, and urinary dripping. This also works when the cause is overwork or undernourishment. The sour taste preserves the liver, thus nourishing the blood and softening tendons and ligaments. Sour also helps in the digestion of heavy, greasy foods. Some examples of sour foods are lemon, vinegar, cranberries, and sauerkraut. Excessive sour can negatively affect your wood element, leading to issues with the eyes, vision, and tendons. And it is generally contraindicated in cases of external pathogens, common colds, etc., as sour will draw the pathogens deeper in the body. So, as you can see, there is more to taste than just mmm. Taste can be a powerful tool to work with. But before you can do that, you will need to reset your standards. We become accustomed to what we see as normal and what we eat daily. Something you can try is making bland meals. Do this for some time and then slowly add some more pronounced flavors again. This way you will be able to taste the difference more clearly. Of course, there are also other factors playing, so you will need a standardized method of composing meals. And let that be the thing we see next week. Bye!